So very good morning, Vinay, and welcome to Success Saver. Generally, this is the name which I have given. This is to inspire people and to bring the industry leaders here and discuss about their achievement, their whatever they have achieved, whatever they would like to give masses to the larger community across the globe. Actually, so uh, to tell my viewers, Vinay is one of the industry leader whom I met around 15 years back, and he's there in the United States at this moment, and he has a great technological skills, great knowledge and a leadership, all kind of skills he has. So let hear from Vinay itself, right?
Thank you so much, Deepji, and thank you for having me. It's a wonderful experience to always have interaction with you and always learn from you. I would call myself an everyday learner because I believe that any industry that you go, be it cybersecurity or any other field, it is important that we have to learn every day. The only way forward with the rapidly pacing industry is to learn every day. And cybersecurity being so critical for all the companies, all the industries, we have to ensure that we upskill, we learn, and we share our knowledge because we have to ensure that everyone has the basic information at least to ensure that even if they are dealing with any sensitive information, they understand the value, the impact, and the overall risk that they carry. So happy to be here and uh, happy to interact with you on my journey.
That's great. Very uh, great to hear from you actually after so long. I think we are connecting face to face. I think it's after a couple of years. And the
Even though we don't interact very frequently, but as I've mentioned, we all learn from you every day because we are so proud about all the initiatives that you're bringing to the industry. And I still remember the time when we started interacting when it was around 15 years back, as you mentioned. And that time when I interacted with you, it inspired me so much that there is so much to learn from you. There is so much value. You had a very strict principle about life, and you had a very unique thought about cybersecurity industry, and that inspired me a lot. And I'm still even though I'm in US from last 9 years or so, but I follow you every time about all the initiatives.
whenever I used to travel to US, I used to call you the first person, right? So I used to give you a WhatsApp call or a call, right? So I
Absolutely.
also learn a lot of things from the people whom I met. I met, I think, so many people. I think there are more than 30,000 in my LinkedIn account as well. However, at least 10,000 people I met. That's what I can say. Rest I can connect without meeting as well. You are one of the very unique from what I learned. Because you are working in one of the very complex environment at the time for building the ISO 27001 implementation piece, right? And it was not so simple to handle that customer as well as I said. That's very complex, right? Because the way you have built the structure, I was too impressed that how he has converted their mindset to go towards the security actually, right? So that was amazing at the time. So that stick to my mind. A person, such a humble person, focused into his principles to build the whatever is needed for securing the digital ecosystem. Right? You have done that job very greatly, and still I'm following you from past so many years. Like whatever you do, wherever you do, and the kind of contribution towards the industry which you have done, that's immense. Actually, we cannot calculate it with the any kind of things, right? So you have done great efforts across, right? Coming to this show, actually, they're basically inspiring the people, right? So there are a lot of fear at this moment. AI fear. You may have heard about it. There will be job maybe going out, right? Something like. What's your view on that? Because people are a lot of in fear at this moment.
I think it's a very strong opportunity. I would consider this as a very strong opportunity. I don't think that we have to fear about AI, frankly. In US we have so many companies that are building AI tech, and we can consider AI as another way of using software, another way of looking at the applications. Just the applications and the way we use it would actually change. The kind of output that we used to receive earlier, pre AI era, has changed drastically, because with the new chips, with the new speed, with the new way we interact with AI, everything can be achieved very fast and very accurately. And we have so many applications already in place for so many industries like banking, for example. So all the threats, all the vulnerabilities that we used to handle earlier, now we can easily identify them. We can easily stop them at the at the point it is identified. And AI is actually helping us do this quite fast. So with AI,
One,
I would say AI would change the way we work. And as we all know that we have to upskill, right? The person who will learn AI will automatically understand that AI will eventually help us, and we have to invest into AI. There's no other way than AI, because AI is here to stay. The companies which would not invest in AI would be at a higher risk than the companies uh, which would not invest. So it is very critical that companies start thinking about how they can integrate their existing processes using AI, and can take immense benefit from AI.
that's
It
great,
will
Vinay.
not take our job for sure. I have heard this from so many people, that AI is so strong now and AI can do so many things. Eventually it might take our job, but I completely I don't I don't agree with that concept, because I know when the computer came into industry, right? Everyone was of the same opinion. In fact, the calculator, in fact, the typewriter,
That's
when
right.
so it's a part of evolution, and we are evolving at a very fast speed. That's why it's not easy to understand and digest that concept. But if you ask me, I think we must start thinking about integrating AI into our everyday processes, not only the general operations but the cybersecurity also.
Yes, that's the exact thing, right? You have nailed that correctly, actually. There are immense opportunity. I see the opportunities growing at 10x speed at this moment. The way AI is growing, the opportunities are also growing in the same fashion, right? I'll give an example, right? And the sovereignty also started, right? Okay, every country need to keep data in their country. There are so many things are going on, right? Everyone can build a lot of things. Now the AI is there where the knowledge and the skills were limited. However, the visualization of these professionals were very high. They can do a lot of wonders now with support of AI, sitting in the what is that human in the loop kind of thing, right? So they can bring it, vet it from the again the industry leaders to see that what they have built, right? There are a lot of things. The second, what I see that the people talk about the efficiency are growing, right? They are increasing the profits, however, the revenues are going down, right? So that is the another area. And when the people, because efficiency is growing, the people may require redefining their roles, right? So the one area where the people can upskill is the governance of AI, right? Which is one of the key area which I foresee at this moment. What's your view in that, Vinay?
That's a very interesting thought, and I would completely agree with you that one of the fields which will grow very rapidly as any industry evolves, right? For example, when we started with having applications, right? When we started installing applications, there also comes the threat, right? When we started using phones, we realized that we have some vulnerabilities and threats associated with phones also. Same thing is starting to happen with AI. As we start using more LLMs, as we start using a lot of information, because the volume of information and data that we see right now is is immense, right? Is humongous, in fact. So there has to be a very strict compliance. There has to be a very logical governance model which has to be there, because otherwise those the systematic management of those risks, those vulnerabilities, and those issues will probably create some other issues. And with all operational efficiencies, with all operational benefits, there is always a risk that the entire business may go down. There is always a risk of a reputation loss. There is always a risk of availability. There is always obviously a risk of confidentiality, integrity, and all those aspects. So to uh, counter attack that, we have to ensure that there is a uh, good investment into the overall governance of AI also. And for the benefit of your viewers, I would also say that in addition to the GRC space in AI, we have vulnerability management, we have vendor risk, we have overall compliance implementation, we have incident management, we have forensics, right? There are so many industries which have evolved in last 10 15 years or so, that it is not a usual cybersecurity field anymore. In cybersecurity, I can see at least 30 to 40 sub industries which are growing at a very fast scale. And all enterprise size organization in US, at least in US that I'm interacting with, because I interact with them a lot. I have to travel a lot for my audits, as I'm into PCI DSS and healthcare. uh, so I see that they are thinking very strongly to invest, because cybersecurity and compliance, again, as we all know, you have to have management buy-in first, right, for any investments. And there is a strong support from management right now, because everyone is aware about what's happening with AI, right? So they are putting down all the investments which is required to ensure that the employees are trained, to ensure that their environment is secured, and to also ensure that they have some industry standard compliance in place. And a systematic governance model will eventually help them achieve this. Everyone is wanting to have that in their organization right now.
That's wonderful, Vinay. That is the key thing which you have told, right? As you said, you are also doing the assessment, the audits, right? So I also come with the same background. I audited more than 200 organizations in more than 35 countries. Right? So the only one thing which goes is we trust them more who tell us the correct thing or a right thing or a truth, the single source of truth, right? Whenever you see, try to see that on ground, right? However, there are a lot of legacy thing as well. The people just would like to get a certificate and they just tell you, hey, we have that evidence. However, when you go into and ask them, you don't find that exactly in the way you are looking for, right? But after coming this AI, I can tell you the two good things which I can see. One, the people can't lie, right? Because you know what the actual scenario. Second, for the sales people or the organization who are selling larger pitch without having anything on ground, this is also a alert for them because whenever they go into the market, now there is a AI, right? They can tell you about your all about your past with the AI, right? Whatever you have the build the credibility in the market, right? So it is the two good things which can see where the people can innovate. And one another thing which you talked about, there are two thought processes. One is called holding your legacy. If you have a 40% market stake, you try to hold your legacy uh, and try to build product on top of it. But this is not that era. This is the AI era where the innovations require faster than that to sustain in the market and to to grab that larger opportunities. Actually, these are the two things which I took from your discussion, right? So
Good.
that's
That's
great.
that's that's exactly what I was trying to mention, and you have captured it so accurately.
That's right. That's right. And actually, I'm also trying to come up with one of the very large pain of those CISOs or the other side, right? They have a lot of audits going on, internal audit, external audits, the customer audits, and so many things, right? To follow those controls, follow those people before the audit. Hey, give me the data, give me the data, give me the evidences, because that needs to be shown to the customer, or that needs to be shown to the certification bodies or something. I came up with the audit sec intelligence, that is one control at a time, right? So I just post one control testing tips and the what question they need to ask and how that needs to be addressed. There is a control, there is a audit tip, that question they need to ask. Third is the advisory on that, right? So I am posting
Wonderful.
it from last 313 or 14 was there today. That's 313, right? The post which I did today morning. So that is appreciated across the globe by everyone, actually. This gives me that, because the pain was for those people. Now they just need to test one control every day. Within 30 days, they have seen the maturity going up. And I keep getting their messages as well. Hey, I improved my posture. Right? So that is
That's exceptional. That's what again makes you what you are. Because I still remember the kind of commitment that you bring on the table, right? That's always inspiring. And only few I have not seen so many people in the industry who have that strong level of commitment. So I seriously admire you for all the qualities that you have. And since you are doing it for 300 plus days every day, that basically shows your love for this field and the cause that you have in your mind, right? To ensure that cybersecurity awareness is actually easily accessible for all the companies, easily available for all the enterprises. And I think we missed explaining this to your viewers, but just for the benefit of your viewers, I would also like to share my journey so that they can understand from my experience my journey. And in case they have any questions, they can always reach out to me also. So I started my experience, my journey. I completed my engineering in 2005. So even though my field was not cybersecurity, I was just trying my luck on all the interviews. I could not crack some interviews, and then all of a sudden I had three offers. Right. So out of those three, two of those offers were from coding, coding side, and most of my friends they actually went into coding because coding was quite hot then in 2005. But I already knew that coding is not my cup of tea. It was not something that I usually like because in my engineering days I barely passed all the all the subjects of coding. But when I got to know about CCNA and the OSI model, the LAN, the cybersecurity, that's what uh, basically created some excitement in my mind. So I thought I'll just try this because I come from a very small village in India, and
okay.
uh, no one in my family they have any experience into education.
Mhm.
Most of them are into business. I was the one who actually started this process that we must try our hands into education and job and everything also. So there was no one to coach me, but I started trying my luck, and then I started as a LAN engineer. So
Okay.
3,000 rupees was my first salary, sir. 3,000 rupees in
My
2005.
first salary was, I'll also disclose, my first salary was 1,500 rupees.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I used to spend 1,700 rupees out of
Okay.
that. And out of 3,000, I used to save some money because always I was taught in my family that whatever you earn, you must also save. And whatever you save, you must invest that money. So I had this idea of savings and investment from 2005, which has helped me because when I look back right now and the small amount which I invested from 2005 times, that has
Mhm.
grown like anything right now, and
That's
it
right.
has helped me a lot. I would I would uh, it would not be too much to say that I can take all uh, I'm financially independent is what I can say
Wonderful.
because of all those investments which I did in my starting time. But I
Yeah.
was trying to explain your viewers about my journey in cybersecurity. I started
Yeah.
as a LAN engineer. I worked as a LAN engineer, used to go and patch everyone's desk on the Cat5 cable, right? We used to punch that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was my first job. After 3 months, they promoted me to handle routers. So I tried my hands on routers and switches. Then they saw that this guy is interested and he wants more work. So they gave me some firewall work also. So I tried my hands on routers, switches, firewalls, and then some VoIP project also. Basically, that created that foundation for me. And one
Mhm.
day I was part of our internal audit team. One nice gentleman like you came as a auditor, and I was part of the audit team. And I was so impressed with him. And I asked him that what makes you an auditor? So he helped me. He basically uh, provided the name of some exams, and he was like 70 years at that time, but he
Yeah.
also had that energy and that enthu at that age also to learn every day. So that
Yeah.
inspired me and that motivated me. Immediately, I booked my CISA exams and I cleared my CISA exams in like 6 months, and immediately after that I appeared for my CSAM exams also. So that basically gave me more confidence because I was already handling routers, switches, firewalls from technical side. Then I also learned about the GRC, about the compliance also. So using that knowledge, I changed and switched my job, and I started handling internal audits, external audits, consultation jobs, and that's how I grew initially. Then obviously I started traveling from one industry. I started looking into various industries, starting from ISO. Then I tried my hands on PCI DSS. Uh, then I tried my hands on healthcare frameworks, right? So that foundation helped me grow, and my objective was very simple: that I have to upskill every year. I have to ensure that I appear for some exam. I tried various certifications every year. That has helped me come from that first salary until now. We are in 2026, and I can easily say that I have grown like more than 500x from my starting point.
Sure. I think that is the amazing thing which you have done. Incredible journey, Vinay. Right. So that's inspire people as well. I'll tell you, when I started my job, no one was there to teach you. If I ask that how this printer works, they'll say, hey, just read the ticket with the TRC. They what is that called? Some TRC or something. They will tell you how
Help
to do
desk.
it. Right?
Yes,
Ah,
yes, yes.
so I started my journey from Wipro Infotech at the time. Very few people in New Delhi, right? 11 people, right? So I was also part of them, right? And I used to travel across the Delhi capital, right? There are so many Ministry of Finance, there are so many things, right? And the Wipro's large hardware, huh? Those systems were used to be there. Line printer, right? Sometimes I used to, they give me a ticket of just go. Initially, whenever you join at that time, they will not give you the computer. They will ask you to do the printing job, printer's job, right? So I used to go as a
Right.
customer support engineer. I try to black my hands, right? All those ink used to come. And I carry all those computers as well along with me because they will not give you any other person. The large monitors will be behind me, right? Going to the customer
Yeah.
places. So that line
It is important to experience that, right? Absolutely.
in a large briefcase where there will be a multimeter. I'll tell you my first call. I made a server down actually. Right? How it happened? They asked me just go. I was a trainee at the time. They said, "Hey, go. There is the terminal needs to be installed. You know that serial terminal used to be there with a black
I know, I
screen."
know.
So I went there to install that. That was again some company of a TV manufacturing company, very large company at the time. So I went
Uh-huh.
and I kept that terminal in one of the desks. They said, I asked them which terminal is not working. There were 8, 9 people very focused into their screens. They said they marked this is the place where you need to keep it, right? And just connect it, and if it is working, tell us and go. I went there. I kept that terminal just which that serial cable, and the power connection just switched on. Suddenly there was noise coming from behind. Hey, server working? So that server got stopped working after that, right? So I said, yeah, everyone is stand up and when their seats actually. So then I switched off that terminal. I said something is wrong. Maybe I have done something wrong. I don't know. Right? So I switched off that and kept that terminal there. So everyone says, "Hey, what happened? The server is not working." Server. Wipro engineer is here. Just will ask them what is the problem, right? They ask me and they ask me, "Hey, what is the problem? What you did?" I said, "I have not. I have done nothing. I kept this terminal here." Okay. So then they said, hey, our server is also down at the same time when you started doing them. And I'm not sure what I did. I just kept it here and I connected it. So then they said, okay, I'll call someone who knows how to correct that server. So I called up Wipro, my area manager. He said, hey, what you did? I said, I kept that terminal and I connected. He said, have you checked the power that what power was coming in those points? And I said, no. He said, just take out your multimeter and put in the earth to neutral voltage, that how much it is. So that voltage was coming 27 volt. Right?
Uh-huh.
What happened was that up to neutral voltage that went reverse with that serial cable to the server, where that multi-port of a serial card got gone out. Got
Wow.
it?
Wow.
So that's
Understood.
why I learned. That's why I learned. I was caught whole night by those people there.
Such an interesting story because I remember making all those small silly mistakes in my initial time, and in fact I do mistake. I do make mistakes now because I think making mistake is really important for you to learn,
To
right?
learn.
And that's how you grow. That's how you grow because you already know what are the 99 ways to fail. After you understand 99 ways to fail, you know there's only one way to go up and succeed.
That's That's great, Vinay. So I'm also, this is very nice to interact you as well. And quickly, I'll just give a message to the to the viewers as well. By July, I'm trying to bring some AI GRC micro learning courses actually. Mid
Hmm.
of July, it will come actually, and four level L1, L2, L3, L4, where I'm trying to help people who would like to shift their jobs or who would like to improvise in their upskilling in the AI governance area, right? Where I see a lot of gap currently, and the fear factor should not be there. People should not get laid off. So that is the aim in the mind because that pain which is hitting us back actually. So I thought I'll come up with something where they can also grow. My expertise in the audit, so I brought all those things in those courses with the base of three standard as I was mentioning earlier as well with a couple of people. One is the ISO 42001, and the second one is AI NIST RMF. Third one is EU AI Act, and all privacy standards are by default under the context of protection, right? So
Wow.
everyone who is building AI, no one can say that I don't follow this thing because my guidelines are not saying for privacy related things. Second very important thing is even if I operate from a small area and I'm using some LLMs or any AI tools, if your area is there in US, I also need to follow your privacy principle here too, because that may get extended or pulled by any other LLMs taking your as a source, right? Because the process can also hit either you go with the RAG model or you can also openly go to the internet, right? From where it is pulling that data, if that source is also known, it also needs to be protected with all those kind of controls which needs to be there actually. So this is the thought process which I'm trying to come up with, and I'll need the support from all the great people like you as well. And this series I've taken a challenge of 100 interviews of 100 days. I'm trying to bring right. So there are another interviews that are also lined up. If anyone who's seeing it, who wants that to come into this interview series of 100, the challenge of 100 days with 100 interviews to motivate people, to inspire them do more impact on the ground to secure our digital ecosystem. So very welcome for all those guys. Yeah.
That's
Anything and
impressive.
last any last words
That's
or few
impressive. We all are excited about the initiatives that you are part of. And if we can be of any help, any assistance, in the overall initiative to make the world a safer place. We are all here to contribute, and we really admire you. We really respect the thought, and if we can also be part of this initiative in any other way or shape or form, we would like to contribute.
Thank you, Vinayji. Thank you. And I think I've taken you more time. So I'll say namaste, namaskar, and I'll close it from here to all the viewers as well. And I'll upload this into the media as well, YouTube, right? So you can just have a look into that. And you can also put some of the URL wherever you want them to take it after watching this, right? So that will be the next step. Thank you. Thanks
Thank you
for
so
your
much. Thank you so much for your time, sir, and really keep inspiring us as always. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you.